Imagine a revolutionary home video system that can teach you French, develop your children's math skills, play NFL football, and design a personalized fitness program for you. The future is now as Mattel Electronics transforms your TV set into Intellivision. Intelligent television.
Welcome back to Gameplay Classics. When I say Mattel, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Maybe Barbie? Maybe He-Man? You might even think the Power Glove. How about the Intellivision? Younger gamers are thinking,
The Intel what?
The Intellivision, which stood for Intelligent Television, was a console that was test marketed in 1979 and released nationwide in late 1980. It sold for $299 and had Las Vegas poker and blackjack as a pack-in. It was the first console to pose a serious threat to Atari. A series of commercials featuring George Plimpton was produced that attacked the Atari 2600 lesser capabilities with side-by-side game comparisons.
When it comes to space games, nobody compares to Atari.
Excuse me, have you compared them to Intellivision?
Intellivision?
Sure, they've got great space games, like Intellivision Space Battle.
I didn't know.
And now there's Space Armada and the incredible Astro Smash.
I didn't know.
Here, compare for yourself. Intellivision Space Games from Mattel Electronics. Once you compare, you'll know.
The console featured better graphics and sound than the Atari. And made a promise to release a compatible keyboard that would turn it into a home computer.
Whatever your interest, whatever your skills, Intellivision's master component has something for you. But it does not stop there. When you add the keyboard component to the master component, you transform your Intellivision system into a powerful home computer.
The keyboard was finally released in a few test markets in late 1981, but never gained any momentum for a bigger release. The keyboard had been delayed several times, which upset many customers that had purchased the console with the promise of the adapter. Mattel was investigated for fraud and false advertising. At that time, they were forced to pay a $10,000 a day fine until the promised computer upgrade was released. The keyboard was eventually canceled in the fall of 1982, and a module called the Entertainment Computer System was released. There were a few other adapters that were released for the system, which included the voice synthesis module called IntelliVoice. This made it possible for games that supported the module to add speech as part of the gameplay. Only 4 games used the module, which were Space Spartans, Bomb Squad, B-17 Bomber, and Tron Solar Sailor.
Mattel Electronics presents B-17 Bomb.
In its first year on the market, Mattel sold 175,000 consoles and offered 35 games. By 1982, the console had sold over 2 million units. Third-party developers that were working on Atari 2600 games started releasing games for the Intellivision. Games like Pitfall would be released by Activision.
Yes?
Yes?
Pitfall and Stampede by Activision?
Sure.
For Intellivision.
No. Activision doesn't make video games for Intellivision.
Do too. Pitfall, that challenging jungle adventure game that dares you to find the treasure, and Stampede, that rope them doggies roundup game.
Negative. Pitfall and Stampede by Activision for...
Activision. We put you in the game.
At the time of the console's release, I was an avid gamer with my Atari 2600 and didn't even know what the Intellivision was. After reading about the console, I really wish I had been there at the time of the release. I had to wait 30 years to actually play one. A big thank you to Derek Farron for donating one to Gameplay Classics. Now in the past, I would always try and choose a game that had nostalgic memories for me to review. Now let's see what my options are today. Okay, well, we have a big choice. It's either Space Battle or, Space Battle. Now this is my first time playing the Intellivision. I have to say, the controller is quite different. At first, I was a little discouraged because I didn't have an overlay for the controller. Luckily, I was able to find a website and print one off. The overlay is necessary for the game because I didn't know what I was doing at the radar screen. From what I could gather, I have 3 teams of 3 ships, and I'm trying to stop an alien invasion. When you come into contact with the aliens, you go to battle mode. I will say that for a 1979 game, the graphics are well done. The ships animate quite well. When the ships spin, you get a different angle on them. I believe that I'm trying to prevent the aliens from attacking what I would think is my main base. Once you destroy their entire fleet, the game is over with a job well done. The control, the graphics, the sound is all really good, for 1979 standards of course, and the game is still fun today. As with many older titles, you have to have been playing at the time that these games were released to really appreciate them. If you grew up on the PS2, you might look at this game with disgust, but every gamer should at least try these classics to see how we got from point A to point B. I loved playing this game and truly believe that even today, it deserves a 2.5 out of 5. Now before ending this episode, I just want to say a big thank you to the boys at VideoGameSaga.com. They started posting gameplay classics on their website, and I really appreciate it. Please check them out, and you'll be amazed at what they have to offer in terms of content. Now, thanks for watching, and keep playing the classics.